Hello, everybody, and welcome to another OJWonderbread snack review. Today on the snack review, I'm going to be trying a limited release made by Pringles. This is going to be their everything bagel flavor, and as a New Yorker, I am pretty excited to try this. They already have one of the staple New York foods with the pizza flavor, Pringles. Now that they have the everything bagel, the only thing to come next is the chopped cheese, which I can't imagine will ever actually come out, unless they release a city by city thing, maybe call it the Bodega series of Pringles. And honestly, due to how many food deserts there are in New York City, I mean, I could see these flying off the shelves. So let's look at this design real quick on the Everything Bagel before I open this up and give it a review. They've got the Pringle Man right here, looking like the Monopoly Man. Limited time release Pringles, Everything Bagel, naturally and artificially flavored. Look at how tasty that looks. It's got all of the toppings that go on the bagel. It's got the nice cream cheese lathering up the chip. On this side of the can, it shows the ingredients as well as the nutrition facts. 140 chips is your serving size at 150 calories. I'm sure a lot of people will be eating more of those. And to continue the New York spirit, for some reason, it's also listed in Hebrew that this is manufactured by Pringles. I don't speak Hebrew, or read Hebrew, I should say. This might even be Yiddish. I don't even know. But maybe this says manufactured. I'm not actually positive. I did find that pretty interesting. On the can itself, that the New York staple food would have it in what I think is Hebrew. They show that on both sides. I don't think there's any difference of these two sides. Nothing half full about this can. So, with all of that out of the way, we know that this is the New York chip. Let's open this up. Let's see how this smells, and let's see how this tastes, because that's what's most important when you're putting in these junk food into your body. Does this taste as good as salt and vinegar? Does this taste as good as sour cream, or will this be just a limited release that doesn't sell too well? Let's find out right now. So I will say that this does smell pretty bagel-like. It does have a lot of bready smell. It does smell a bit like the garlic as well as the onion that's in this, which is listed as an ingredient. Actually, before I even review this, let me tell you the nutrition facts. There's 6 servings per container, about 14 crisps, 150 calories, 9 grams of fat, 2.5 grams of saturated fat, 200 milligrams of sodium, 17 carbohydrates, less than 1 gram of fiber, as well as sugar. There's 1 gram of protein. You are getting 2% of your daily potassium. The ingredients in this are dried potatoes, vegetable oil, corn, cottonseed, high oleic soybean and or sunflower. So you're getting a nice little flour in this. Degerminated yellow corn flour, cornstarch, maltodextrin, rice flour, mono and diglycerides. You're getting 2% or less salt, sugar, non-fat milk, onion powder, garlic powder, cream cheese, pasteurized milk, culture, salt, caro bean gum, spices, natural flavors, whey, and wheat starch. So you are getting what is used for an everything bagel, but in potato chip form. The color of the chip is a very plain chip. There is no orange or any type of unique cheese or anything. There's not even black or anything on this. It's just a plain yellow chip. Let's see how this tastes. I will say this does taste a lot saltier than 200 milligrams of salt. If you were to eat a packet of ramen noodles, you're getting about 2001 serving size. Is this really, you would have to eat 10 servings? You would have to eat 140 Pringles chips to equal a packet of ramen noodles? That cannot be possible. But in terms of the flavor, it is a very salty taste. You are getting the taste of the cream cheese, which does stand out very well. You are getting a lot of salt, bears repeating. You are getting the milky taste. You are getting the onion as well as garlic taste. This tastes exactly like what an anything or an everything bagel should taste like in potato chip form. Personally, it just kind of tastes extra salty to me. If you were to call this a garlic Pringle, I would believe it. But obviously the branding of the New York everything bagel would probably sell better at a bodega than just calling this a garlic chip. If you call it a garlic chip, vampires won't eat it. And, people just think that their breath is going to smell really bad. But when you got this cool little bagel design, people are going to think this is a healthy alternative to, drinking coffee, reading the newspaper, getting on the Long Island Railroad, and eating these as opposed to just eating a bagel. So I'm going to give one more chip a try and give my final thoughts. This time it's going to be a double stack because I pulled out 2 instead of 1. It is hard to have good manners and not talk with food in my mouth when I'm reviewing junk food like this, but I do think that this is a decent chip. This is obviously not as good as my favorite chip, salt and vinegar, but if I were to have to compare this to the lesser flavors, the sour cream or the pizza flavor or any other types of Pringles, I do think that this flavor does stand on its own, and I could see a lot of people actually choosing this as their favorite. It just tastes incredibly salty to me, and I mean, it's potato chips. What are you expecting? I'm not reviewing chocolate. I'm not reviewing juice or anything like that. I think I would give this a 7.9 out of 10. I don't think in good faith I could call this an 8 out of 10 if, it's not what I would choose over other potato chips. This does taste good. Again, it does have the 2% of salt, sugar, milk, onion powder, garlic, the cream cheese. They're not just doing what an energy drink does, where they say they use natural and artificial flavors. At least with Pringles, they are actually using the ingredients that would be in an everything bagel. So, I mean, that alone does, make it seem as if they are trying to make something that's tasty in the I almost said the fancy sipper. And I do think that, this is a good Pringles chip. If you see this, remember, this is a limited time release, so you should buy it before it's gone. Hope that you learned a lot. I did. I didn't think I was actually going to try this. But thank you so much for watching this video, and goodbye.